I'm a single mom bringing my son up in Thailand by myself. He's 8 years old now, and I brought him up by myself since he was in my tummy. And today I want to talk about why we stopped being vegetarian. I was a vegan for quite a while before I got pregnant, and when I got pregnant I became vegetarian. I felt like at the time that was the healthiest choice. And it was very in line with my beliefs. And then when I had my son, I decided I would bring him up vegetarian too. I felt very guilty about eating meat, and I would say that was the main driver. Obviously, there are real ethical concerns about meat, and that is that was the main driver for me to be vegan and or vegetarian. And yeah, I felt bringing up a child vegetarian also was an ethical way. And I still completely, like, if anybody else is, then kudos to you. Yeah, there's a lot of suffering in the world, and that is a great big part of it. So yeah, there are a lot of reasons to be vegetarian. But okay, so this is where the but comes in. I and my son got quite sick. He ended up in hospital, and we both had parasites, and it was like completely draining. We didn't know we had it for quite a while, and like we slowly, like maybe over a month or so, started to get quite ill, and it took a while to diagnose. And by the time we got diagnosed, a lot of our nutrition had been depleted, and it was quite tough to build it back up again. And then I found out that we both were borderline anemic, and I think it stemmed from that illness we had. So my son and I both got tested, and I can't remember the exact levels, but they weren't in the double digits for our ferritin, I think it's called. So we were borderline anemic, and my doctor said, give him some chicken liver. And that seemed blasphemous at the time. But funnily enough, chicken liver is my son's favorite food still now. This is about 3 years ago. And then I said, well, okay, I'm going to give him meat, and he can have that, and I will carry on vegetarian. But I was paying quite a lot of money. It was like 2,000, 3,000 baht. I think it's like $100 per time to have this iron infusion. And my son, in the meantime, was eating chicken liver, which was like 30 cents, very cheap at the market, and not finishing it. So it was left over. So I just started to weigh it up, thinking, what a waste of that food. And I am also spending this money on the infusion. I then realized that it's very important to look after yourself first. And so I let go of the guilt that I had. And I know if you're vegetarian or vegan watching this, if any of my friends see this that are vegetarian, vegan, I'm sorry, but I feel so much better. I do feel so much better because I've put myself first for once in my life. And I know one day I can be vegan or vegetarian again, but for these years, I want to feel healthy. I want to feel strong. I don't want to feel exhausted, and I don't want to be struggling to get the right nutrients. So now, the other important thing is that I can easily get access to food in Thailand. So dinner is a breeze in comparison. I can easily go to the market and buy anything. And that, as a single mom, takes a weight off my shoulders. So that was a really big reason as well. So not just the health benefits, but also the convenience. And I hate to say that, I do, but it's true. And when I'm in a better position to take that stress or take on the responsibility again, I can think about being vegetarian and do that again. But not being vegetarian, being able to just eat meat, has removed this responsibility that I felt, and I can place that in better places. I can put it in better places in my family, so I feel, yeah, there's a bit of a weight lifted. So yeah, I've also heard about, there are certain proteins and things that you can get from meat that you can't get. And I know there's a lot of arguments about the health benefits of vegetarian and veganism, and I do understand that there's two sides. But because I was a vegetarian for so long, I was probably a vegetarian for, must have been 20 years, I feel that I was lacking in some vitamins and minerals that, yeah, that now maybe I just needed to get at this time in my life. I'm 43 this year, and yeah, I'm feeling a lot better since I've been eating meat. And again, I like to think in a few more years I can switch back my diet. But yeah, for now, things feel like a weight's lifted, a lot easier, a lot cheaper, and yeah, I will be able to move on and just enjoy life a little bit more. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to share it with you because this is quite an important step in my own life, and I think a lot of people might argue with this, and a lot of people may, or it might resonate with you because maybe, yeah, you can understand the stress that you get from being a solo parent. But yeah, now I feel like there's a weight lifted, and just wanted to share it. And here you are, you can see my dog Foxy. She's having a great time. Foxy, Foxy. My son said, "Why are there clouds on the floor?" And it's because she ate a pillow.